All right, says we're live right at noon. I love when it comes together. So let me get you guys up on my screen. Get some chat going. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Jilly. Hi, Mindy. All right, we got to do something with this camera. It's not so good, is it? Check your settings if you don't have a clear picture. Mine was at 144, which is not uncommon. Hi, Eileen. Yeah, we're gonna Gelli Plate, so it's gonna get messy. I thought I'd try it on Gelli Plate on top of the sheets that I've already done magicals on with stencils and stuff. So I thought that could be fun. Hi, Shauna. Might have to take off my sweatshirt here. Finally had to turn the heater on. Ugh. Hi, Julie. Did you make some embossing pieces? Embossing pieces. Further explain, Eileen. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not a fan of winter either. Embossing pieces. I don't emboss very often. Oh, you in the crunch machine. What the hell do you call it? The die cutting machine. Make some embossing? No, I didn't. I wonder if I have some around somewhere though. Let me go look in my embossing folder box. If I had any extras, I would stick them in there. Keep in mind, I don't have a huge number of embossing folders, but I said to run some cards track through your embossing, but Eileen, I didn't, but I happen to have some that I'd already made, so I do have some, Eileen. So yeah, and it might be all the embossing folders I have because I don't have that many. If not, you can just use the folders on the Gelli Plate. Well, that's... Hi, Sharon, everybody I miss, CB, Julie, Karen. Yeah, so we'll try these, and if they don't work, I'll go get the embossing folders and then just have to wash them up when I'm done. If Eileen tells me how to do it. Hi, Heather Janet. Hi, Aunt Beck. So we'll just give it a few minutes while people come in. Wish I had a ton of good news or something to tell you guys, but I don't. I've been mostly just drawing. I haven't posted my Inktober for today, but it is done. Hi, Devin. Yeah, Eileen's going to tell me what to do on the Gelli Plate today. So I'll show you guys. A lot of you follow me, and so you probably have seen the Inktobers, but I'll go ahead and probably don't want to set that on the Gelli Plate. I'm going to try to do some paper towel on the Gelli Plate. Hi, Kathy. I'm going to show my little guys, Kathy. Let's see, I'm pretty close here. I'll pull up a little bit. My camera's in not a very good spot, I think. Yeah, we're down to like 3 days now. So I'm not going to flip through from the beginning because you guys have seen all of them, I think. We'll just start at hibiscus. How about that? Did Elaine come in? Hi, Elaine. Shasta Daisy. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with the little packets, so come down a little bit. Radish. There's a part of me that's going to be sad it's over. I've had a lot of fun doing this. And I'll bind the book when I'm all done too. But because I have to take out pages and put them back in, I can't bind it until I'm all done. Petunia is one of my very favorites. You're sending the seed packs to you. How about I send you a photocopy? I like the lettering on the turnip. I think I said that before. That was why I chose that one, for the lettering alone. I'm so ready for Inktober to be over. Eileen's saying, no, that's not okay. I explained this one was a pain in the ass because I couldn't get a white to work on top of the red. That is the worst combination. Don't ever try that. This is about where I think I hadn't shown before. Yes, photocopy. Hey, Dee Dee. Here's the green beans. I like that one. Mostly because of the background. But yeah, I just like that layout. I think it ended up really cool. Oh, and this is not going to work well today. I like the pansies. Snapdragon, not so much. My watercolor got real muddy, so I had to try and fix it. But it's okay. It's okay. Just copies. Well, then what are you waiting for, Eileen? If you can do it from my tweets, get after it, for Pete's sake. Watermelon. My favorite part about the watermelon, honestly, was the watermelon skin. I think I got that really good. Other things, not so much, but when I get one part of it really good, then I'm really happy with myself. Okay, and so today is the 28th. I can't go past the 28th. Nasturtium, I think, was yesterday. Do you guys want to see today's? It's in here. It's a good one. Thanks, Devin. Hi, Deb. Hi, Rebecca. All right, I'll show today's. Today's is another Hawaiian one, Plumeria. And I really, really like this one. I really liked it. The flowers were fun to draw. The watercolor was fun. I just like the whole scenery thing. So I'll be taking a photograph of this one and posting it in a little while after I'm done streaming. So yeah, I like this one a lot. So yeah, got what? 4 more days? 28. Yeah, 28th is done. So 29, 30, 31. Plumerias smell good? I imagine they do. You can go out your front door and get real ones. Well, aren't you special? You've never sent me any. So, hi, Julie. So anyway, yep, that's where we're at with Inktober. I'm happy with it. I'm going to finish. I know I am because I've got the drawings done. I've got one more watercolor to do. So I tried to get ahead because I wasn't sure what the month was going to bring, but I'm glad I did. And then I don't know how many of you follow Kathy Arbor. She's here in chat, doing a drawing class on Thursdays with all of us. And she posted a video that she had just done and then put up, right? It didn't have a live audience, but it was of carved pumpkins, like a crazy carved pumpkin guy. And I thought, you know what? I want to try one of those so bad. So I went ahead, and this was my first one. I don't know how well you guys are going to see it. Let me show you. Maybe I can show it on the tablet, what I drew from. Okay, here's what I drew from. This is the guy, and this is my drawing. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use pan pastels. See, I don't have all the colors. I only have like maybe 15 pan pastels, but I have a birthday coming up. So I don't know. I may go ahead and order them. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Elaine can tell you how long I have been talking about buying these damn pan pastels. I need to just do it and get it done, so I quit thinking about it. So anyway, this is the, yeah. I was going to try and blow that up a little bit. Come on, come on. There's a better size of the original art. So that was the one I drew off of. So way too long. Do and stop talking about doing it. I know. So anyway, that was the first one I've done. I'm going to move on to coloring it next. And then, I don't know why, but I just decided I needed to do another one. So, oh man, where did he go? Oh, well, I'm not going to look for the original art. But all I did was Google carved pumpkins and then scroll through until I found one I liked. There's so many good ones, you guys. You could spend a lifetime. I wanted to do this one. I love this one. Isn't he cool looking? Come on, quit being a pain. Isn't that one cool looking? They've been in your cart for a couple of years. I hear you, Julie. Make pan pastels. Yeah, see, that's what I told Robert yesterday. I may have already decided what my birthday present is, but that one, I love that one. But then, I don't know, it was getting kind of late in the afternoon, evening, whatever. And I decided I probably should just do something simple. So I ended up doing this one. So, yeah, I'll be colorizing them. I'm not sure what I'll use, if I'll wait until I get my pan pastels, or hi Marie, or what. Just haven't decided yet. Hi Lynn. You'll love them, and you can put them in your will because you'll never use them up. I know, Kathy, but I hate to think what's going to happen with all my junk when I actually crap out, because probably 90% of this junk's going in the garbage. But yeah, I'm seriously considering it. I don't know if I'll use them that much. But anyway, so that was pretty much all I had to show you, because I haven't really done much other than Inktober and that. I haven't bought anything, haven't been anywhere. I couldn't even show you groceries. I haven't even bought any groceries, which I have to do like tomorrow, because it's getting pretty slim pickings around here right now. Yeah. So we're going to Gelli Plate today, because Eileen had to think up something really messy for me to do. So I got out I have both the Speedball and the real Gelli Plate, but I went ahead and got out the real Gelli because it's slightly larger. I don't have the big one. If you're like me, I never use the few I have. I have used mine off and on though, Eileen, and when I've used them, I've really enjoyed it. Hey, Patty. I liked your stream last night, Patty. You needed a sanity check and you came here? Oh my God, now you really lost your mind. You've gone over the edge. There's no hope for you now. So anyway, yeah, we're going to try the Gelli Plate. And I thought I would jelly on top of things that I've already used magicals on. Because I have all this magical stuff around here. It's just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Check out eBay. That's where you got yours. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Thanks, Rebecca. Hi, if I didn't say hi. But yeah, I've used the pan pastels and I like them. And then one of these, I don't know if we'll use it, but one of the Speedball Gelli Plates that I got, I went ahead and cut up into shapes. So we might use those as well. And then she wants me to use embossing folders, and I brought stamps. I brought everything because I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. So give me some colors, and we'll, I'm going to try first on, well, before we know if it's going to work or not, I want to try it on a paper towel and some tissue paper. I don't know if it's going to rip apart or what. I really don't. So we're going to find out. And then I might end up working in the napkin journal. I call it that, even though it's not really a napkin journal. Trying to find some pretty ones. Blue, green, blue, purple. I'm looking to buy some pan pastels. I've talked about it for years, and I have about 15, actually. Do you guys want to look through the stencils real quick? I like to look through the stencils that I hardly ever use. And I only brought out the small ones. This is the box here. This is the box of small stencils. And I just leave them in here because I flip through them. Oh, I love that one always. That one's good. That one's one of my favorites. That one's a good one. That one's not bad. That one's always good. And if you wonder why my stencils are clean, I actually wash mine. Well, I'll get ET to send you hers. She doesn't use them. Well, she might want to keep them, though. I wish I knew you wanted pant before I sold mine. Had to have them and never used them. Well, I'll probably be the same way, Patty. Honestly, I probably will. But I like these stencils, too. Oh, I like all stencils. All right. This is just a big fat freaking mess is all this is. I love that stencil. Some of these I cut myself because I knew there were shapes and things that I would use a lot. All right, that probably will be enough. Oh, I like that one too. Look, I'll get them all out and then I won't use them. But anyway, we'll have some to pick from. Hi, Kat. You didn't like the dusty residue? Well, that could be an issue with me too. And another really bad habit I have, and it jacks with me when I'm drawing as well, is I will erase and then just brush it. I have plenty of brushes and I know better than to do that, but I do it. So I know that with pan pastels, that would be like the worst thing you could do. All right, we've got stencils. All right, blue, green, purple. That's the one we'll start with. Okay, I've got a blue out. I'll get a light blue and we'll use this green. All right. So Eileen, if you want me to do something, you better put it in caps and holler at me. And come down a little bit. Make sure I got you guys. And I'm just going to use inexpensive craft paint. Don't know where I got it. Some at Walmart, some at Hobby Lobby, some at Michael's. Just if there was a sale, I just bought whatever. We'll start with the kind of turquoisey color and add some blue, some dark blue to it. This is a little plate, so you don't need much paint. If you can't spray them or make a mess, you don't use them. Well, you don't use that crap in your own house anyway. You make me buy it and make me make a mess at my house. So don't kid ourselves, Eileen. Ooh, pretty color. All right, I'm just going to grab a stencil that's sitting here, just to get an idea of whether or not this is going to work. On the jelly plated tissues. These might disintegrate. I just don't know. Oh my God, you need to be oiled. I have others I could get out. She hasn't been here 5 minutes and she's bitching already. Can you believe that? All right, cool. Yeah, it's going to work fine. So yeah, we'll have backgrounds. I should have brought a tub of water over here. So I'm going to leave that and we're going to work on top of it. I just cut that one. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. All right, that's going to work out good then. It feels weird because the tissue doesn't really stick to the plate like paper does, you know, where you kind of have to pull it off. So, and plus, we're going to have to be careful with the colors that we use. But here's one that's a similar color. So we'll just, oh, do I want to clean that off yet? Add another color and use an embossing piece. Okay, we'll add the purple. I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. So hopefully that little thing will stay. What embossing piece do we want to use on top of it? Let's use bubbles. Might move a little bit. We're not going to worry about it. All right, purple on top. So you want me just to use the embossing folder to put the pattern into the paint, correct, Eileen? And I'm not putting a whole bunch of paint on here, so. I'm assuming. Okay, there you go. Another way to use your embossing folders. Well, Marie, you need to start arting. And there's actually probably only pieces out of these that I'll end up using, so it's no big deal. But we're just playing anyway, because we don't have anything else to do. Otherwise, you'd be sitting watching me draw. That's kind of cool. I like that you can see the magical underneath. 2 for 1. I know, right? Bonus. You can't see the original stencil on that one. Okay. Did the pattern show up? Yeah, it did. Let me find a white sheet of paper. Maybe you can see. It did. When I put it on top of something, it will definitely show. Not real strong, which is okay with me. You just got the all clear Thursday. Oh, good, Marie. So yeah, it did show up better in some places than others. And it just kind of fuses into the background because remember I'm arting on top of a pattern already. But one nice thing is you don't have to lay these out and dry them because they're dry almost immediately. All right. This one is tissue, crumpled up tissue. So I'm going to try something on it. I'm going to tear it. Work on part of it. I want to try gold too. What color do we want on top of this? Hi, Erin. Not a fan of orange. Let's try, what do we got here? We got Emperor's Gold and a little bit of brown, but Eileen freaks out when I use brown and she starts saying dirty words. We're going to try gold on top of this. Gold and blue, maybe. This is just Deco Art Emperor's Gold Metallic. So let's try it. It's kind of thin. Maybe I didn't shake it enough. My paints don't get used that much. That's why I have to shake them a lot because, yeah, they don't get used a whole lot. Like Dee Dee's get used virtually every day. Mine do not. They'll sit in that drawer for months at a time. Look, Eileen, not much squeak. Oh, the gold's going to be pretty. I'll just pick. Oh, that stencil I haven't cut yet. I have a bigger one. Let's do this one. If I do this, what's going to show mostly is the gold. That's all right. Now, this is tissue paper. I don't know how it's going to pull up. I really don't know. I may tear it to shreds and have to clean the whole plate. And that's okay, too. Did Joycey come in? Hi, Joycey. Anybody I missed? Oh, that's kind of cool. Because I haven't cleaned the plate off, so you're getting some of the underneath as well. Yeah, I like that. I need a white sheet that y'all can see. Because on these thin papers, it's hard to see actually what's coming up. So it's coming up really nice. All right. When I do a cleanup print on this one, I might want to do the cleanup now because I'll get that design plus all the junk underneath. So I think I might just do the cleanup print now. Probably should pull some regular paper out. Hi, Starbuck. Thanks for coming, you guys. And Lena, if you're lurking, hi there. She's a lurker, that one. Hi, Joan. I'm going to get out a regular piece of paper to do. Oh, you know what? I have all these leftovers from Inktober. I'll just use them because they're small. And I don't care if there's stuff on the back. Okay. All right. I think, well, this one's really thin, actually. Maybe I'll do black for the cleanup print. What do you guys think? Hi, Ray. I'm just seeing if this one, because you know me, I love navy, and I think the navy and gold would be really nice if it would clean up. I might go get a different navy. I think I will. Maybe I have one right here. I do. I have the folk art. That'll be good. This one will work. The in and out is work demands. You do whatever you need to do, Patty. I'm just so glad that I don't have to get up and go to a job in the morning. I wouldn't mind doing the work and interacting with the people, some of them, But the getting up, getting dressed, and going in, I couldn't do that anymore. Your school colors, blue and gold. Well, we're going to see how this is going to work. It is drawing really good. So hopefully we'll get a really, really good cleanup print. If I remember, this is the way Journal Artista used to do it. Let whatever's underneath dry real good. And then put your color on top of it so it doesn't mix. And hopefully and rub for 3 minutes. And then hopefully when you pick it up, you get all your layers underneath. I don't even mind getting up early. It's the getting dressed and going and then having to talk to people early. I wouldn't like that part either. Lucky I love my job and working from home every Friday helps, but praying to win the lottery soon, retirement. I hear you, Patty. Now that I don't work, oh, that was a mess. I don't really know how I ever found time to go to work because I'm usually busy all day, every day. So how the hell did I ever have time to work? All right, this one I'm going to put on. Did she put on a real thin coat or a thick coat? I don't remember. God dang, I need to turn those notifications down, right? Thin coat. That's what I thought. So hopefully that's a thin enough coat. We're going to put that down. And she used to say rub for like 3 minutes. I'm at work more than I'm at home. Yeah, see, I just, maybe just so out of the habit. But I used to be that way too, Julie. I'd get up like 5 or before. I was generally at the office 7 or before. And then stay until 4 or after. And I was driving over an hour each way. So, yeah, it was not fun. Oh, who was asking about watermark paper? I think you guys right now can see the watermark on this paper because I'm using 25% fiber. Because it's cast-offs from my Inktobers. It's leftover paper. But that's generally, if you hold the paper up, you'll see that watermark. And I just noticed that when I'm absorbing this water, it's making that watermark pop up. Dave said if I ever win, we won't be better off there now because I'll give it all away. I would kind of be the same way though. I would love to be able to like just buy somebody's lunch randomly or buy somebody's groceries. You can't hardly see the gold on this, but it did clean the plate off. Yeah, that one, we're going to have to work on top of that one because I can see it a little bit, but not much. It's pretty. But yeah, we need to work on top of that one. Only because drugs are really expensive and hubby has crappy insurance and it's not available at my jobs. I hear you, Julie. You would keep it and count it every day. I would like to be able to, I don't know how many of you on Twitter follow Bill Pulte. He's a house builder, I think is how his family started out. But he's mega wealthy and he's decided to start doing Twitter philanthropy. And so periodically he'll just tweet that he's going to give away some random amount of money. And all you have to do to qualify is retweet him because he was trying to build his Twitter following. Now, I don't know why, because most of the people on Twitter, other than our art people, are pretty much scum of the earth. But yeah, I mean, he tries to find worthwhile people and worthwhile causes to give away money, and it's so refreshing. And you know, you guys, I don't know if you follow him or whatever, but there's a segment of the people out there who are absolutely hammering that guy for giving away his own money. Like, there's got to be a scam. He's, you know, like somehow he's making money off the clicks or whatever. And I'm like, can a person just not do something genuinely philanthropic out of the kindness of his heart without you scumbags jumping in his crap? Like, come on. My plate has a serious problem right in the middle of it. But I can't believe people are actually trying to find fault with what the guy is doing. Unless there's just something I'm missing. But I think he truly is a cool guy for helping others. And if I ever won any amount of money from him, I would turn around in an instant and give it all away. I wouldn't keep any of it. Well, maybe I would buy myself, depending on the amount of money. I would buy myself one small thing, but otherwise, no, I would happily give every bit of that money away to some random deserving person. Yep, Gates and Buffett are giving theirs away too. So all right, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll be able to work with that. And I'm not even a gold lover. But that's pretty. Okay. We're going to work on top of this one now. Did I bring white out? I'm going to leave that. And then put white or something on. And use the embossing folders. I'll have paint everywhere before I'm done here today. I get the chance to give away money at work all the time. It's satisfying. And even though it's not my money, last year we were able to give over 100,000. Oh, Julie, that is so awesome. I agree, Patty, that mega wealthy people should be helping others. I mean, you can really only use or have so much billions. But I don't think it should be the government's job to tax them. Because in my humble opinion, the government has not proven to me that they are going to use the money wisely. Bill Gates actually, if you haven't, there's a documentary on Netflix, I believe, about Bill Gates and what he's done in Africa about the water and sanitation, creating toilets that literally, you just have to watch the whole thing. But Bill Gates is really an amazing guy. He's literally changed the world with his philanthropy and his desire to change living conditions around the world. And I'm not saying that politically or anything else. He puts his money where his mouth is. And right now he's working on clean energy, nuclear energy, Gen 4. If he's involved, I promise you $1 million, something amazing will happen. Now this, I don't know if I see you put it down and then you almost got to do it all over, but then I'm going to try and pick some of it up. Anyway, I don't know what got me going on that. It was just giving money away, not having to work, which I would love. I think it'd be so much fun at Christmas time to walk into Walmart and just let parents give their kids an amazing Christmas. I just think it would be a blast. All right, what one do we want to do here? The diagonal lines are fun. The diamonds are kind of fun. I don't think that dot one's going to work well. That one will work really well. It's got really good images. Yeah, I'm not sure that dot one's going to work well. So I don't have that many to work with. I think this one and this one would work the best. So we've got the lines under. Let's do this one. What the hell? You put your money in Amazon. Well, Eileen, I have to say I'm guilty of that my own self. All right. Now we're going to work on top of this blue one that we've already done. That's going to, yeah, it should mute the blue a little bit. Let me see if I can line this up pretty good. Probably not. You didn't give a chance to give, it was stolen. Oh, yeah, that was a bad thing. Yeah, that's true. But kids who don't normally get a lot for Christmas, I think it would be fun to give them even money for a nice dinner. I mean, I don't even think it's so much the candy and gifts. I mean, that's fun too. That's what I always look forward to as a kid. But even if they had just an awesome dinner or whatever, you know, buy their groceries. Okay, now this is getting pretty fun. I'm going to rub it for just another minute. I do want to make sure I try it in that book, though. The blue didn't show through as well as I might have liked. But that's okay. The gold, the shimmery is very nice on top of it. And this, I like this partly because it would be really easy to work on top of. So chances are, because I'm working in this really, really small size, I'll end up turning these pages into a journal, much like Sean and I made when she was here. I'd show it, but I don't see it on the shelf over there. And I know I have it. I don't know what I did with it. Probably put it in on the shelf of other journals. All right, Eileen, tell me what you want next. Hi, Artful Sassy Studios. All right, this is I'm gonna leave that on the plate so it'll come up on the next one. I'm gonna work on, let's see. Let me grab this one back. Just keep going. Okay, keep going, keep going. All right, I'm gonna work on tissue again. Towel. I've torn the plies apart, so you've already got color on there. So let's use the, I don't know, yellow might be good on this one. Do I want green or blue? Well, that background has so much of that. All right. What the hell? Drop of that. Maybe I didn't put enough paint. You keep saying tissue. It isn't. Isn't it paper towel? Yeah, I keep saying that, CB. It is paper towel that I've torn the plies apart. Feast or famine? There's a lot of paint now. All right. What design do we want in it? see what we got. We use the honeycomb, I think. The numbers are good though too. I don't know. I don't know. Circles. You want me to emboss with this little circle one? Because I didn't bring out a circle stencil. I've got one somewhere though. Ooh, that's going to be weird. It's okay. We're going to go with it. Yeah, I didn't think this one, the emboss was deep enough. It's all right. We'll do something else on top of it. All right, where's the tissue I had picked out? Did I drop it or what? Oh, Eileen made me move everything. Oops. Okay, yeah, this was kind of what I was hoping for, where you got some additional texture. See, you guys, it's hard to show on the camera the magicals. Maybe I didn't pick a best side, but where you can still see the magicals. Use the embossed paper as a stamp. Isn't that what I just did? I thought that's what I just did. Stamped into it. And do you know how long I'm going to be washing stencils today, Eileen? You don't care, obviously. All right, CB, I'm waiting for you to tell me. All right, there's the paper towel. Mostly what I like is the cleanup prints. So a lot of this is just waiting to get to the cool cleanup, because that's going to be a cool cleanup. You picked up color, but use the paper as a stamp on another sheet. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Rather than just cleaning it off over here on the edge, I see what you're saying, CB. Stamp it off on something else. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yellow is going to be on there. What other color? I don't necessarily want green on that. I'm looking through some tissues and stuff I have over here on this side. That one's just like moose poo, right, Eileen? I just grabbed a stack. I didn't choose any of them for their color. This one's really pretty. And that one's still 2-ply. Different paper. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let me get some other colors. I'm not going to use that one, I know for sure. You can definitely tell that my colors are blue, green, purple, because most of the stuff I have in here is all blue, green, purple. That's just so wrong, right? This one's really pretty. I'm not even sure I want to jack with that one. It's so pretty. This one might not be bad because it's kind of so muted. All right, we have some more. I'm going to use dark purple, I think. And a light orange. Not all together, though. Just picking out colors. Is that a paper towel? Yeah, these are cleanups from when we were doing magicals. I would put this under whatever sheet we were working on and then just save it either to collage with later or whatever. So yeah, they're paper towels that I used underneath sheets that we were already doing. See how this one, the colors just all muted into it. But I love the way paper towel feels when you glue it down in a book. I'll show you a couple out of this book, which I want to use anyway. So I might actually end up using the Gelli Plate as a stamp. I'm going to have to back the camera out for just a second and move this, or I'm going to have paint everywhere. Which was Eileen's intent from the very beginning. See, I might even use some of this. That one would be fun to play on. We'll take that one out. And some of this, like these pages, this was actually from the bleeding tissue that we were playing with. As was this, I think. Yeah, this was bleeding tissue as well. So we could play on top of those. Here's the dryer sheets that we, what a mess this is. Golly. This is fun though. I mean, it's pretty stuff. But yeah, I wanted to do some of it in this book. Here's that page that I glued down that tissue paper. And honestly, you can't, it just like melded into the paper. You can't feel any texture from this. It absolutely just melded into the paper. So it's so cool. I do like this page a lot. I just haven't decided it. I need to do something light on it. But yeah, I love this one. This is a tissue paper or a paper towel where I've just glued it in to start working on top of. Use some wet bleeding tissue. What do you think it'll do, Eileen? This is Timmy tissue that probably we magicaled on. Same thing here. But I thought this is one of the pages we did the bleeding tissue on. So I was thinking it might be fun to just Gelli Plate directly in this book. This is a tissue paper where I like the tissue, so I just stuck it in here. Same here. So trash makes awesome journal pages. Yes, it does. Eileen has taught me that. Here's the one. These are actually dryer sheets that we used magicals on, and I glued in the book. So this is just kind of an experiment book. I just put whatever's in here. I don't care what's in here. They're all not finished. They're just backgrounds. Someday I need to get off my butt and get them finished, right? Okay. So this is going to end up being kind of a cleanup. So let's see if we use, let's work on top of this one with the yellow and what other color? Just as a cleanup. But I want this to be able to show through it. So, that wouldn't be a good one. Just thinking. You use bleeding tissue on it. What did it do, Shauna? Did you put the bleeding tissue on it, spray it, let the color bleed, and then sop it up with paper? I mean, I have some right here somewhere, I think. That baggie of stuff is, yeah, it's still just laying here, so we can try it. You want to try it right now? What the hell? Tell me what you guys did. Let's use the purple. Now the purple didn't bleed that well. She does this to me every time. Next thing you know, I've got everything I own out here on the table. All right, I'm trying to pick colors that are going to go well together. Don't want orange, don't mind pink, blue. Did I use, oh no, there's some green. We'll add some green. Just when I say I don't want mud, I add green and in with the pink. All right, if that doesn't get us some good color, nothing will, right? Let's see, I did it one other way. All right, we're going to give it a go because we've got tissue paper here. We can clean it all up. I need a spray bottle. And if you missed last, oh crap. If you missed last week, it was funny because I had the total wrong idea about this whole tissue paper thing and what the ultimate outcome was. So it's not going to pick up what was already on the plate for sure. Hi, Gail. I'm glad you could be here. All right, I'm not sure if I should, Eileen, you got to help me here. If I should go ahead and put the tissue paper on top here now and sop up some of the colors that are bleeding. I don't know if I should brayer it. I can't tell if it's bleeding. Maybe a little bit. Look at Eileen. She's not talking to me now. All right, coffee time. I don't know where my Tubbo papers went either. I thought they were still around here. Try it on top and then take the tissue off and see if it bled on the plate. Okay. Probably will obliterate any of the magicals that were on there. All right. I will take the, oh my God. She set me up again. I take the tissues off and set them on the paper towel up here. The light colors don't bleed much. Wonder what I did with my Tubbo papers. No, you're not going to get too much from this, Eileen. Tub of towels, look in Robert's office. Nope, it was the tub of bleeding tissue that Eileen made me save. Okay, I was going to say, well, oddly enough, I can see the circles underneath, but it's the paper from underneath. Yeah, I don't like that. You ended up with crusty bits of the color. It did bleed a little bit on the plate, not much. And you won't be able to tell probably until it's dry anyway. So, and maybe it's hard to see because I was using on top of the magical tissues. which now I can't use these because they'll definitely rip. So I'll set those over there. But the tissue that it's still bleeding onto this tissue here, but it's not as pretty as Magical's. I think the best way is to use the tissue after it's bled. I don't think it's the greatest application for Gelli Plate for sure, but we still got this that we can do a cleanup print. So put that crap away. Nothing is as pretty as Magical's. I almost have to agree with you, Eileen. They're just so much fun and so much surprise. You never know what you're going to get. All right, just looking here what paper I want to clean this up on. Probably be a piece of garbage paper because it's going to block out whatever I'm working on anyway. So, just thinking. I use the green again. Next to inks and watercolor, you love Magicals. I hear you. See, and that's another thing I think about the pan pastels, you guys. I've just invested a ton of money on watercolors, and I love them, and I'm learning. I mean, I would never give them up completely. But then I think, okay, now I'm going to buy pan pastels, and all of a sudden, I'm off onto another tangent, and I'm not using the stuff that I already have. That's the thing that gets me. Okay, this is a really thin one. The Magicals are a ton of fun. They really are. Okay, I'm just going to lightly pick up part of the paint here because I'm going to do another layer. I want a lot of layers for this cleanup. That one's really hard to see. But that's okay. Yeah, it's not even so much the money. Well, I mean that too, because they are pricey. But I hate to buy products that I'm not really going to use, and that's the problem I have. All right, what color do we want to pick this up with? I'm thinking white. You'll use both, maybe one more than the other. That could be Gelli. What did I do with my white? Oh, there it is. Yeah, just, I don't know. You know what? Just thinking, speaking of Magicals. Yeah, no, I'll clean this one up first. This one's not going to be pretty, though. It's really not. I know already. Watercolor. Okay, now there you go. Kathy, here's the ultimate salesman. Kathy pops on and says, watercolor goes great with pan pastels, too. Kathy, you just got a job at Blix. All right, buffer. I don't know if you guys have buffering. I had buffer for a minute. What color do I want on top of this? I got to remember what colors are down underneath. Like I know there's yellow, and then there's this green. And when I pick it up, they're all going to show. We're going to go with white. I was thinking dark, but we're going to go with white. Oops. And I didn't say it maybe wasn't wet enough, or dry enough, but we'll see. If you guys knew how much junk I had around here that I don't use that frequently. I mean, I'm glad I have it when I need it, but honestly, it's just like, oh, how much more junk do you need, girl? It does, Janet. The pants are top quality pigment you'll have forever. Look at these guys. They are putting the enabling pressure on now. Trying to get it really, really thin. Depends on what I want to use pan pastels for. Same as all this other crap that I own. Don't buy them. You'll never use it. We can live without. I have a few pan pastels, less than a dozen that I never use. I will send them to you with. Kat, depending on the colors, see, I have some. So it's not like I don't have them. I do have them. I'm going to go ahead and use this one since I didn't like this that we did originally, because the white's going to cover, you know, everything underneath it. I put a stencil or pick up some of the paint somehow. I'd be more inclined to put the wet paper on here now, the bleeding tissue. But yeah, I have some. I bought the set of 10. And then I bought some extras. I bought, I think, the skin set. I did buy the, I'm just putting this on here to pick up some of the paint. I bought the skin set. I bought the blending powder. What else did I buy? So I have about 15, 16 already. All right, now we're going to do a cleanup. Get a smaller set. Yeah, well, I have the smaller set. I don't know. I don't know, because I watched Dee Dee use them, and then I think what convinced me was when I watched Kathy this weekend using hers. It was just like, oh, she made that shading so darn easy. Like, you have no clue how quick she made that shading in the face, where I know what she was saying. If you use colored pencils or any other method of shading, you've got to invest hours. I mean, hours. No, I didn't buy the skin set. I bought the tint. I don't know. The lighter colors, pastel colors is the one I bought, because I went back and forth, back and forth. Which one did I want to buy? Play with your favorite colors and decide if you love them before you buy more. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just play with them. I played with them. Yeah, that didn't work. This is not going to work as a cleanup print. So I'll have to, this is a mess, Eileen. You would be so proud of me right now. Yeah, the paper towel is not going to act like a cleanup, so I just throw that one away. Okay, Patty, go have a great afternoon. Spend wisely and don't be you. You have such cool stuff, Patty. God. All right. I'm not sure what to do with all this white on here. Probably just do a cleanup print and get it off the plate and move on down the road. It's probably what I ought to do. Let this dry. put another color that I want to work on top of it, and clean. We'll see how it's going to work out. I almost want to get sprays out and spray. Best art supplies in the poorhouse. I hear you, Patty. There's never a dull moment. That's one thing. I can't say that I don't have stuff to play with, because I do. I have awesome stuff to play with. Okay. You guys are probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get a pattern on here so when I pick it up, there's actually something cool underneath. And I'm not sure that I'm crazy about working on top of these paper towels, but I'll use them in that journal for sure. So, all right, now I wonder if this would go ahead. I'm going to try it. We'll see if I should clean it up now. Yeah, I'm going to make this be a cleanup print. It should be moist enough. We're going to see. Got to rub for like 3 minutes. Well, maybe I'll do some playing with it. Get my pan pastels out and some watercolor. Maybe I'll make a photocopy of one of those pumpkin drawings and work on that. Just playing before I jump into the finished drawing. I guess that's what I'll do. Did I say hi, AJ and Azure? There's a bunch of people I don't think I even acknowledged. So hi, if I haven't said hi, I'm sorry. Actually, the paper towel is making some really nice texture on here, but you got to be pretty close up to see it. Now, these are the kind that I like. That's very usable. I thought there'd be a little bit more yellow, honestly, but I like that the white came through, and then the design that I put in the blue. So Kat will send you. Well, Kat, let's talk about it, and I'll maybe buy them from you if they're different colors that I don't have. Because I know if you've got any amount at all, you've got some investment. Because I know how pricey they can be. All right, what do we want to do now? Do we want to, I liked it on the tissue. But tissue is probably going to be like the paper towel. It's probably not going to do a good cleanup print. So I'm just thinking. I'm going to get out the little square one and use it like a stamp. Oops. When I start knocking junk over, you know it's a damn mess around here. They are the light pastel colors that you already have. Okay, then don't worry about it. Because I do have them. I can go get them and just double check if you want before we're done here. But I'll use this one, I think, like a stamp. So I can put a color down, stamp on top of it, and then see what we end up getting. I'm going to use the orange and the yellow. I think I'll put the yellow down first. use some sprays to clean that up. Clean what up? There's really nothing on the plate right now. I'm going to use the tissue paper, the red and whatever tissue paper. Oh man, it's making green. So there was a little bit of blue left on there. We're not going to worry about it. And it might not be on the plate. I think it's on the brayer, honestly. But that's okay. We're going to work with it anyway. All right. Set that aside. Other people have probably done this. I don't know. I never have. So we'll just see. Oh, that's going to be muddy and gross looking. Have no fear. Hi, Arting Alley. Okay, you are Terry's granddaughter. I think I heard that at Dee Dee's this morning, right? You and a friend watched Dee Dee. Dee Dee actually told me that on the phone the other day. I thought that was so adorable that you and your friend figured out that you both watched Dee Dee on YouTube. See, we talk about you guys when you're not around. It's always good, though. All right. Let me get this back over here. This color is going to be so ugly. And now that I know that you're here, Allie, I'll behave myself. I can do that. I just most of the time don't. All right, here we go. On top of these magicals. I don't think it's... well, here we go. We're just going to find out. Yep, I have the dark neutral set, so this will expand your collection. Ick. I wish that green hadn't gotten on there. That's butt ugly. All right, boys and girls. This side is prettier. This will go in the trash. That was butt ugly. All right, I got to clean this brayer off. I do like the texture that's left on this plate, though, now. So that's one thing about using the crumpled up tissue paper. You get some great texture left on the plate. The only problem is the color is so ugly. But I think if I do either a black, I'm going to try black for the cleanup print this time. And I'll use it on regular paper. Because, yeah, then you don't get to see much of the magicals through it. So, good idea. Just didn't work. We're using black. And I should have gotten out I actually like the craft paint for the Gelli Plate more than the heavier body paints. But I brought out the heavier body black and white because I have the most of that. I wish I'd done, darn it. Okay, I'm going to try this whole thing again with the tissue paper where I'm left with just the texture. But it would have been cool if I did something with gold in between and then pick the whole thing up with black. But yeah, now I've got paper on my brayer. Eileen, Like when I'm cleaning up after this stream is over, you had better be feeling sorry for me. I'm so not kidding. I want sympathy and lots of it. I think it's dry enough that the paint underneath shouldn't move now. Probably needed clean sheet paper under there. I'll just use this. Yeah, why not? Okay. You'll be taking a nap. You are such a butthead, I swear. Why I hang out with you, I have no clue. No clue at all. Now I'm wondering if I should use some of that embossing, make a design in the black. No, we're not gonna, because remember we had really cool texture underneath. While that's sitting, soaking up the paint, I'll clean off this little doodad here. I bet Eileen is laughing her head off at you. Oh, you know it, Joan. Hi, by the way, because I'm perfect and you love me. Okay, now she's starting to drink. You need to wait until at least 4 to pour your first drink, Eileen. Otherwise, you get drunk too early in the day. And you come into people's chat and say stupid stuff like, because I'm perfect and you love me. For real. I know you can hold off till 4 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. I still like the texture, but I knew I wouldn't like the colors. But isn't that texture cool? That is some uber cool texture. Now, if I could get that as kind of like the grass underneath my pumpkin, that would be awesome, because that's kind of what the grass underneath the pumpkin look like. But that texture, that's my favorite textury one today. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. You and Jimmy Buffett, you've been hanging out with Jimmy Buffett too long. Yeah, this one, the texture on this one looks awesome. So I'm going to clean this plate off and we're going to try it again, only with colors that we like this time. But that would make cool grass. Ugh, how am I going to figure that out? Hi, Carrie Ann. Are you home from visiting the babies? Little Ollie sure was precious looking. All right, I'm putting all these tissues to the side because I want to use, and I'll use this one again because this one is already pretty much garbage, so I can just crunch it up and use it again. Here's another one, but I like that one. I don't want to waste it. Oh, what a mess. This one I like. I like the gold on this one, so I'm not going to mess with that one. I might have to go get some other tissue. That's what I might have to do. Master Ollie is adorbs. Yes, he is. He's a snuggler. Oh, I would love a snuggly baby around sometimes. I really would. I don't know if we're going to have any more snuggly babies around for a while. All right, what do I want to do to clean up that black? Well, for Halloween, I could use orange. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll just art on top of it. All right, what colors do we want on top of it? I really do want that cleaned off, though. I don't know if I'm going to get any more by rubbing, but I'm going to try. It's the bomb. I'm so glad to be back with your babies. Yeah. Yeah, see, I feel the same way. Sometimes I wish I was closer. But they're not babies anymore. They're teenagers. So they would look at me and just say, would you just go get lost? Like, why are you wanting to hang around with us? We don't. All right, we're going to use a little bit of orange then. Yeah, when they start getting really mouthy, I pretty much had my fill. That's true. But a snuggly baby or any boy up to 8 years old. Boys are just so cute up until 8 years old. When they let you snuggle and kiss them and they don't mind sitting on your lap, they don't get embarrassed. That's the best age. All right, I'm just going to try and get that black off the plate. All right, are you guys having buffering here and there? 8 and 3, yeah, 8 and 3-year-old boys. Oh, but after 8, then they get kind of self-conscious about being sitting on your lap or asking for tickles on their back and stuff. But yeah, up until 8, when they just let you snuggle them and nothing better than a little boy. And if you're a girl listening, I like you too, but I have to say, little boys snuggle really good. Ah, that black's not coming off. I must have put so much on there. Guess we're just going to have to live with it. It must have been too wet still, would be my guess. Yeah, the 3-year-old wants to sit and rock with grandma. Yeah, that's the thing. And up until they're 8, you know, like Zachary used to come and be early in the morning, and he'd come down and sit, and he'd still be toasty warm from bed and say, would you tickle my back? He loved for me to lightly just tickle on his back. He would sit there the whole day if I wouldn't tickle on his back. Zachary would do that, oh, I know, until he was 8. And he didn't mind kissing until then, you know, like kissing was still okay with him. But after that, no more. Now that he's adult, he might do it again. I don't know, but he went through a period where that was not cool anymore. And definitely not in public. All right, I guess it's just going to be there, but I don't know. I want to get this texture again. How's that for ugly, Eileen? You want me to send you that? You want that? Those are the ones you don't even save. You just put them directly in the trash. All right, how are we going to do this? My son always kissed me and still does at 40. Thanks, Elaine. Just trying to come up with a color scheme now. Let's do Eileen's blue, green, and orange. No, let's do blue and green. Leave the orange out. And this isn't really green, it's some aqua. All right, what do I want to do? All right, I should not be smushing the colors too much with black. You know why I don't like to keep a lot of that stuff around is because I hate to have to go look for it later. I wanted some more green on here, so. Because I smushed it all together anyway. All right, now I want to make the texture of that. And I hope this will do it again. I don't know. We'll just see. I smushed up the tissue that we'd already used. I'm just going to use it again and leave it kind of crunchy like this. And I think if you just lay it down and then press and let the wrinkles get on the plate, because at this point all I'm doing is picking up paint. I don't really care what it looks like. Oh, this is going to have some good texture. Check out that. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Now I have to decide what color I want to pick it up with. I might pick it up with dark purple. Crispy paper roll. What's crispy paper roll? How come I didn't know there was such a thing as a crispy paper roll? Probably because I missed a stream. I've been busy, you guys. I haven't been able to attend much streams lately. Ink puke purple. All right, then tell me what color, Eileen. Oh my God, she's such a pain. The color I would like is dark blue. Not orange, no. It will look kind of like this. This has kind of orange in it. That would look like that. We're not doing that. We're doing orange and dark blue. It's the B tracing paper. Okay. Yeah, I have tons of tracing paper, so I have tons and tons of tracing paper. I'm just letting this dry. Come on, come on, come on. Oh gosh, I've just seen the footage of those fires. Oh, I know. The fires in California are absolutely unbelievable. Dark blue or any. I agree with you, Shelmo. I like your name, Shelmo. Like we could hang out together because I would like going around places going, come on, Shelmo, follow me. It's only 9 miles from you, Dee Dee. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was so close to her. Oh my gosh. You should try smacking dragon and jelly plating with it. Smacking dragon. I didn't realize she was that close, Dee Dee. I will definitely be praying for Annie. Because a fire with wind can travel 9 miles, like, in a heartbeat. I don't want to scare you, though, Dee Dee. Are they evacuating, Dee Dee? I think if I was 9 miles, I'd definitely be getting my diamonds and money and running. No, they watch. Yeah. Well, I will definitely be praying for them. That's frightening. I still haven't gotten a real clear idea of what started the fires. Do I want? Nope, I don't want that blue. I want the folk art blue. Diamonds and money. For real, wouldn't you get your diamonds and your money and your important papers? I would just take my entire fire safe. All right, hopefully that's not going to move underneath there. And then when I pull it off, it's going to look really cool. It would have been cool too if I'd have added more pages or more colors. But we're going to try this. And then if we want, we can use more tissue paper. But that made a sweet looking texture. So we're going to try it. And nothing can be bad when you use navy blue. Oh, come on, Brayer. Don't jack with me now. Look at the brayer decided it's not going to move anymore. The heck? How did I break a brayer? I'm getting another one out. Don't forget your crown. The crown. You say that like it's singular. Just go ahead and say crowns, plural. I think I have 4. Photos and a few of your paintings. I wouldn't even bother with the photos. I was laying in bed the other night because sometimes I can't sleep. And I was laying there thinking, you know what? The kids aren't going to want all these ridiculous amount of photos that we've saved through the years. What am I going to do with them? And I thought, I probably ought to this winter sit down and binge watch Netflix and just sit and scan the best of the photos. Just scan them, put them on my external hard drive, but don't save all of them because there's so many of them. Well, one, there are probably people in there that the kids wouldn't even know. So I would need to identify them and just scan all of them and go ahead and get rid of the actual photos themselves. They sit in a drawer in there. I haven't looked at them in years, and I'm not kidding. I really have not. Yeah, like put them on an external hard drive because then whoever has to clean this crap hole out would at least look at them and decide, well, there's photos on here. Because, yeah, I had to go through all my mother's photos. And it's not a pleasant chore. I think I like this one a lot. All right, I'm liking that tissue paper. Texture thing. Can you guys see it? How cool that looks? I'm liking that a lot. And it cleaned up the Gelli Plate awesomely. So some of that light green that was still left on has come up. So yeah, that came out really good. Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to go get some more tissue. Of course, you can keep using the same tissue over and over as the paint dries. Just crunch it up and use it again. All right, now we're going to do one with fun colors and do a white background. So you can actually see the texture really, really, really good. And I'll just keep using the same tissue because I'm probably going to end up trashing it anyway. But maybe if I got new, all right, we're going to try new and old and see which one comes out better. So you guys don't have to do this yourselves. All right, hopefully this is really crinkly. There's some tissues are more crinkly than others, I think. All right, what are fun colors? Do we want to do bright colors like pink and blue and green, orange, yellow? You know me, I'll do blue and brown every time. So that may not be the best ones, but I was trying to think of something bright. Do some warm colors. Bright colors. Okay, we're going to do some bright colors. I have yellow here. That's a lot of yellow. But you can do multiple passes too. Maybe that's what I should do. All right, I'm going to try that. Do multiple passes rather than do all the colors at once, which then they have a tendency to want to mix anyway. Now I got too much paint, so I'm just taking some off. This one quit rolling too. What the heck? What the heck? Breaking brayers right and left around here today. Gunked up. Well, there shouldn't be anything on the edges. I haven't been getting paint on the edges. You know, where the rollers are. I don't know. All right. The more wrinkles, the more crinkle, you know? And then whatever's left, I'm going to go ahead and let it dry. Do more on top. And that's how we'll end up with the multiple colors, I think. That's awesome looking. Check it out. You think that one's not going to be cool? It's going to be way cool. Now you want a jelly plate? Well, that's what you and Allie could be doing, Terry. Oops, I don't know where focus you frequent, so that will be a search for another day. All right, on top yellow, I'm going to put some orange. Yeah, get some tissue paper. Tissue paper is so much fun to play with. It's fun with watercolors. Yeah, tissue paper is some cool stuff. And you could probably do this with deli paper too. I just don't think deli paper would maybe get as crinkly. I mean, we can give it a try if you guys want. But the thing is, you've got to let the layers in between dry. Like if any of you have jelly plated, you know this. If you want to do layers, you've got to let the layers dry in between. And remember that this, when you do your cleanup print, this first layer is going to be on top when you do the cleanup print. So, you know, that was one of the things about doing it on top of the magicals. I knew that I'd be covering up a lot of the magicals, but I was hoping and I could open up enough space that you would still see the magicals through. And I think there is a way to do it, but I'll experiment when I'm not streaming. Because most of the stuff today I'm not real crazy about, but that's fine too. Yeah, I don't know why these sprayers have decided just to start being pieces of crap, but all right, is that dry yet? And you can dry your jelly plate, but like this is a really, really hot heat gun. Like try and keep it way far away because your jelly plate will melt. You can put it on the stove in a pan and melt it and reshape it if you want. So keep it way far away. Pretty dry. I got a little bit of paint up, but it's pretty dry. I would not recommend that to test for dryness. It's a blowgun. Mine is a blowgun. Yeah, it is. I have another one of these that's just identical to Dee Dee's and the other ones you guys have for when this one blows up. I really like this one because it's nice and small. Thank you, Kat. All right, here we're going to do a second layer of this light orange. Come on, Brayer. I'm going to say, please work. Now crinkle it up. And And really, when I'm doing this, what I'm doing is picking up paint, just to leave a little bit of the orange. Because I can always use the tissue paper for something else. Yeah, see, I'm getting some sweet looking crinkles under there. I think this one's going to be really, really fun when it's done. You like the original heat gun? Didn't they have a problem with the original heat gun, the Ranger original heat gun, that it burned out really fast or something? My favorite one is like Dee Dee's, the Yoshida. And actually right now, I think Robert has that one out in the garage. I probably should go check it because I'm almost sure he has it out in the garage for something. Okay, Dee Dee, bye. Go have a fun afternoon. You still have yours and you've used it for 1,000 years? Okay. Okay, yeah. See, CB is saying hers sparked and burned out. So I kind of thought I had heard that some people had a problem with that original Ranger one. And now the original Marby Yoshida ones were the best. I mean, they're nice and hot. They last for about, I can't do that yet. I got to let it dry. They last for about 1,000,000 years. This one is, let me see. Yeah, this one is a Yoshida too. It's just not that huge one like Dee Dee has. This one's nice and small. And I've had this one for years. Years and years and years. And I use the heck out of it. All right, we're going to add some red to this yellow-orange. I think that's the color I want to add next. All right, I'm going to heat set this real quick, and then we're going to move on. Yeah, that one was a pretty thin coat, so this is looking really interesting. I'm really loving this so far. Okay, and Dorothy says she's had hers for 15 guns. I had to use the Ranger hot glue gun yesterday. That glue is terrible. Nothing stuck to it. Huh. I don't know. My glue gun, this one definitely needs to be shaken more. I have just one of those really cheap little ones. I've had it forever, but honestly, I haven't used a glue gun in, I'll bet 5 years or more. But actually, I did think of a project that I'm going to do for Christmas. And I'm going to have to use a glue gun. I think. It would be easier if I used a glue gun, I guess, is the way I should say it. I don't have to use it, but it would make it easier. Okay, real thin coat. Maybe not that thin. But I don't want it just overloaded with red. Come on, red. There we go. I think sometimes, and I'm not bashing Ranger because they've made some unbelievably good products, but I think sometimes Ranger rushed to market with products that, one, they didn't have the right approvals for, or had not been test marketed enough. Everything fell off. Oh, man. Well, yeah, and if glue gun glue ever gets frozen, it doesn't expand and contract real well. So if anything you use it on ever gets frozen, yeah, it'll all fall apart too. All right, here we go. Wrinkles, lots of wrinkles. I want lots of wrinklage. For example, to what I was talking about, Ranger rushing to production before products were ready. I think the dilution paints were a perfect example of that. I think they just rushed that to market. And I'm not bashing Ranger because believe me, I've spent a ton of money on Ranger products, but I think Ranger, yeah, sometimes they've not maybe fully tested before they rush to market. Surprisingly, though, oh, now this one's interesting. This kind of acted like a pickup print. That one actually came out really cool. Doesn't you could I could draw on this. Like that could be a tree. That's cool. Now I like that. No buffering. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put white on top of this. Should we use white? Yeah, I think white. It does look like trees, right, Kat? Yeah, that looked like trees to me too. I think you could make a perfect scene out of that. Okay, Gail just got some buffering. I've had a little bit of buffering here and there. Well, Terry, you're going to have to try the tissue paper on the Gelli Plate. The thing that made this big tree was a big crease right in the middle. So you might want to plan those as best you can. All right, do I want to pick this up with white? I'm kind of thinking I do. You've refreshed and it's okay, good. Yeah, I think the only way the colors are really going to stand out is if I do it with a white, but I got to let that dry. I can't speed it up. I got to let it dry. I hope some of that yellow stayed, because that red actually acted kind of like a cleanup print here and there. So who knew wrinkles were good? You buffered yourself out. Wrinkles are good. All right. All right, hopefully this heavy body will make a really, really good cleanup print. The problem is the heavy body is just so hard to get thin. I still want to, I might do this technique on this little plate and then stamp it into that book. I still want to do that. So, all right, that I probably got enough of the paint off. I should be able to clean up now. Use real paper to do the cleanup rather than tissue. Real paper. Well, I'm glad I'm using these. I just kept these pieces of the cotton fiber paper that I have been using for the watercolor for Inktobers. So they got a good use now. And I'll probably end up making it into a little journal. You know, I'm using double-sided score tape. You suggested from James how heat releases glue for tape from drying pages. What? It won't affect the journal I'm attempting to make when I go to create in. Yeah, I've never had it. I've never had double-sided tape. The only time my double-sided tape, and it was Score, it was the name brand, and really Score is the best. Anything that you're going to construct or a journal or anything that you have, you know, is going to be valuable to you. Use Score. Don't use the off brands. The only time I've ever had it not stick really, really well is when I constructed something and it got too much weight, you know, like holding up too much pens. That's an example of something that actually really happened. So I went back in and did glue the joints that had given up the ghost. But otherwise, I've never had score tape let loose for me, ever. Hey, Scooby girl. We're jelly plating today. Just trying a lot of different experiments. Oh, I'm going to love this one. I can tell already. And this is really cleaning up some of that junk on the plate. Wow. This is not at all what I expected, but it's way cool. Way cool. Check that out. Like some of that dark that was still left on the plate kind of came through. I like the red here and there. Yeah, this one came out very cool. Very cool. Now I want to try that and put it in the book. What do you think? Yeah, this came out awesome. I don't know where that green came from. I guess from the ugly print from before. That was a good cleanup print. Really good, but I still have some of it left. Sweet. I love that. I'm liking that crinkly, man. That looks like trees too. You could draw on top of that one would be awesome. He whistles at me like I'm a freaking dog. No, I still have some, thank you.
Make another
You need to go clean your stinky self up. Are we out?
Just about. One more.
I'll split it with you. How about that? And then we don't have to make any more. Eileen said, hi, my sweet Robert.
Tell her
You wouldn't
hi.
like him right now. He's running around in his bathrobe and hasn't showered all day.
I'm not
He
smell
is-
so good.
I'm not kidding. He's still running around in his bathrobe. He whistles because he thinks I'm still sexy. Did you hear him say anything? Oh,
Yes.
do you have your hearing aids in, Robert Bond?
Yes, I do.
You old stinky fart. All right, what am I doing here? He's making me a cup of coffee. That's good. Oh, I was going to look for that other one. Where did I put that other one? Kat said she's still in her robe too, Robert. So what?
Okay. Good for her.
This is, I have to say, this is really, really unusual for Robert to be in his robe at 2 o'clock. But it's gotten cold here. There's just nothing fun about today. Okay, here's my wrinkly. This was the best one. Dorothy said hi, Robert.
Tell her hi.
And Shauna said, hey, Robert.
Hi, Shauna. Good morning.
He knows
Or
Shauna.
afternoon.
He's met her face to face, so I'm looking for some more paper here. There's another one of them. I saved this so I could test watercolors on it. So see what we got going on here. I got plenty. Robert, you'll be in the robe group. This is so unusual. You need to some brighter colors. Okay, Eileen. She drives me crazy, Robert. You need to go get her. Give me the colors, Eileen, right now. I want the colors that are not boring. I thought that last one was bright. Those are bright colors, yellow, orange, red. All right, you tell me the bright colors you want, and I'll see if I have them. I have the aqua. It's kind of a nice bright color. How about pink and purple, Eileen? She hates pink and purple. I like pink. Pink and blue and green. Pink and orange look really good together. Orange, red, and yellow. Eileen, that's what this is. Orange, red, yellow. Of course, the yellow was kind of a creamy. It's a pineapple, but I wasn't going to go in and get some new out. But I think what happened was I cleaned up junk on the plate. It's why it ended up being a little bit more muted. Look at her. No. All right, we'll do it again. I'll go get a brighter yellow. Oh my God, bright colors, not so dull. Okay, Robert.
Like Thayer, T-H-I-E-R.
Hang on.
And the word idiot. For some reason, I'm locked up on both of them.
E-I.
Okay, thank you.
Well. All right, I do have a brighter yellow, and I got, what color is this? This blue turquoise, it's really pretty. So, all right. Use some Diane colors. I don't have any of the Diane Reevely paints.
You are,
Eileen.
sweetheart.
I don't think. No, I don't have any of the Diane Reevely. Now, I do have a bunch of heavier body Liquitex paints, but I don't necessarily like those on her colors. Diane colors. I don't even know what to say. You okay? Now, when I'm thinking about Diane's colors, she uses like the bright oranges, bright purple, kind of like turquoise blue, probably this color more than this color. Bright. Maybe the colors aren't coming out true on the computer. All right, we're going to do, Eileen's just going to get over herself right now. I'm going to do the pink first. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the crinkle tissue paper because I like that. And I'm using pink, and she's just going to have to get over her bad self. All right, now another thing I could do is put a design in here first. Now this is a light pink, so she's not going to like that at all. All right, I'll add some dark to it. Do you have some PBOs? No, I don't have PBOs, and I'm not going to order them. Just saying, I'm not going to order them. I love them. I love when, like, Jean used to play with the PBOs. I did love that, but I don't do this enough that I need to invest in a bunch of that crap. All right, there. Lime green. All right, I'll do lime green with this pink. But I'm wondering if I should do a stencil first. So you get the... No, I'm going to use the squares first. And then we'll do... Wait a minute, no. Well, it'll leave... All right, we're just going to try it. I was just thinking how, if I do this, how it's all going to end up playing out in the end. Okay, Jilly's saying magenta versus baby pink. I didn't bring any magenta out here. But I added some darker pink to it. All right, there's a little bit of pink. Not a lot of pink, a little bit of pink. And I'll pick up a little bit more just right in the center there. Okay, so you still see some of the stencil, but not much. We'll let that dry. Do you want lime green on top of that? Think turquoise versus baby blue. Yeah, I did go get some turquoise. You want magenta on top of that? I'll go see if I have any magenta. Shauna, you're asking me to do things that hurt my head. Do you understand that? Lime green versus olive hurts my head. All right, so I'm going to put this down, and then we're going to add, I'm thinking orange to the pink. I like pink and orange. You waiting for me to, yeah, I'm not going to curse you out. For me to curse you out, your name has to be Eileen. All right, there we have some nice pink that is for the most part dry. All right, now I do like pink and green together. And I like orange. All right, we're going to use the lighter of the oranges. These to me are bright colors. Oh, I got a little carried away with that puke of paint. Pushed a big old wad of it off the edge of the plate. Now, if that's not bright, Eileen, I don't know what the heck is. All right. I'm going to use the same tissue paper that I used before, only scrunch it up a little bit more and try and get some of those big wrinkles because I like those. So we're going to try and get some big wrinklage. It's got to be big enough to fit the plate though. Okay. Now I didn't get as big a wrinklage as I wanted, but okay, hopefully the pink is still under there. I can't tell. Nice bright orange. Now she's on it. Thank you, Shauna. Oh, I'm glad you're having a good Monday, Kat. Oh, that thing is so damn loud. Oh, Shauna's going to do an impromptu. Yay, Shauna. Now add some lime green. All right, is this good enough for lime green? This is lime sherbet. Is that okay with you, Eileen? I got to dry this first. No, the green on here is going to be good. And blue would be good too. But I'm going to do what Eileen says because, yeah, I don't want her sending me anthrax or whatever through the mail. Did your anthrax come in, Eileen? That's awesome, Shauna. Something to look forward to. I'm going to have to run and take a shower real quick. I might make Robert get dressed. I don't know why. All day long, I've been just craving a chicken sandwich from Arby's. Have you guys ever had a chicken sandwich from Arby's? They are so good. I don't know where that crap comes from, you guys. It just pops out of my head. Sometimes I'm as surprised as you guys. All right. It's Oktoberfest at Arby's. What does that mean? What makes Oktoberfest special? I'm cleaning off some of the paint up the edge up here that I know is still wet. Look at, ugh. What does Oktoberfest mean? Who goes to Arby's and eat chicken? Well, Shelmo, I love that name. It makes me laugh every time. I used to only eat their roast beef. This was really true. But then one day I just was in the mood for chicken and I ordered their chicken sandwich. And honestly, in my opinion, it's not quite as good as Chick-fil-A, but it is some uber good chicken with lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise. Oh, it's good. All right, here we go. This is good and dry. So I like it dry because I don't want the colors mixing. So we're going to find out now. Here's lime green going on this. And then I'm going to have to do a pickup because I don't know what you can do on top of lime green. What goes good with boogers? Not chicken sandwiches. All right, we're going to... Oops. That's a big old mess. All right. The chicken is all you have. I was so upset one time, Terry. I sent Robert into town to get Arby's because when I get a craving, man, that's it. That's the only thing that'll do. I've got to have what I got to have. And where'd that orange come from? Anyway, he came home and he said they don't have it. He brought me an Arby's, which was fine, but he said they don't have it anymore. That was like limited time. I'm not kidding. I boycotted Arby's. I was so mad. I thought, why, when you have a really good thing on the menu, do you take it away from us? You idiots. You utter idiots. So I was like boycotting them and I was mad and I was pissed off for like the longest time. And I just couldn't believe. And so I went online and looked at their online menu and it still showed that they did chicken. And I thought, well, why wouldn't they change their website, idiots? I mean, I was upset with Arby's for a while. And that's a lot of green left on there. So the next time I sent Robert, I said, just ask them if they still have chicken. Just ask. And so he went in, and sure enough, they still have it. I don't know what that stupid woman that told him they didn't have it anymore was talking about. But do you know how many months I was pissed off at Arby's? Because one of their dumb employees told Robert you couldn't get chicken anymore. And I was mad. I mean, like, mad. I hope that's all underneath there somewhere. Because orange and green is going to be ugly if it's not. Anyway, if you need cool foliage, this would be great foliage. Anyway. Well, we don't honestly eat out like at fast food very often, but when I get like a craving, it's the only thing I want. Nothing else will do it. All right, I'm thinking I should clean up with white, right? You right? I think that's the only color where all the underneath colors are going to show well. What are Rachel's? I've never had Rachel's. I've had Rubens all over the place. But I think I want a chicken Sammy. All right, nobody said anything, so I'm going for the white. I gotta clean this mess up. This is driving me cuckoo. Oh, it's got different meats? Okay. Same idea, though. All righty. I don't know what I'm going to clean up on. I'll find something. I didn't put as much paint on this time because I'm getting smarter as I get older. You know, I can hear Eileen saying in her head, oh, yeah, right. Keep on believing that. All right, there's an old envelope. All right. Now the 3-minute rub. I hope the yellow and all the colors underneath stayed. I like pastrami. I love pastrami. I haven't had pastrami in forever. Pastrami on rye. Oh my God, that sounds good. I must be hungry because now I just even thought, ooh, and sauerkraut. I must be hungry. Yeah, I'm sure I would, Eileen, because I love pastrami. Pastrami and ham are my two favorites, except leftover turkey after Thanksgiving. There is nothing like a turkey sandwich the day after Thanksgiving when you're up in the mountains in Colorado skiing. It absolutely is heaven on earth. Yuck, sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. I haven't had pastrami in years either, and I love it. I guess I just don't think about it, and it's not, you know, I'd have to go to the deli to get it down here. Okay, yeah, this came out. But it's still going to look dull, Eileen. You're not going to like it. Oh, man, I'm going to disappoint Eileen again. But all the colors are there. This is so cool. I love this. Okay, there's yellow, there's orange, there's pink, there's green. They're all in there. Can you see that? Terry's going, I like it. I like it too. That is really dull. I don't know how, I guess it's the mixture of the colors, Eileen, that makes it dull. I don't know. They're bright colors. I don't know what to tell you, man. But all the, like, this is, you have to get up really close to see this. There. Now, at least on my computer screen, you can see it. It looks really cool. All right. Have you guys had enough of that? And of the two, I like this one better. This one I need to work on top of. This was the first one where I figured out that I really like that tissue look. Because this one, okay, now let me think. If I do something on top of it, Just thinking, I like blue and pink. Maybe 2 pastel shades. That could be Karen. Yeah, this one I kind of want to work on top of. This is my favorite so far. That one kind of looks like a map from way, way, way far out. The white Master's Touch paint, this, it has kind of a sheen to it too. It behaves a little bit differently than the craft paints. I've noticed that. Now I'm wanting to do something on top of this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pink. I know Eileen won't like that, but I'm going to do it anyway. On top of the blue and the blue. Just because I want to make that usable. Oh my God, that's enough paint for 5 jelly prints. Let me pick some of that up because that's just nonsense. And I haven't made a big enough mess today. Killing me, man. Now I'm going to have to put more paint back down. Maybe the darker pink. I am too. I'm loving the look of these. The thing is, though, well, maybe it'll still be wet enough. We'll see. I have to work quick because I still want the paint wet after pulling this. I didn't get it registered just right, but... And I could have pulled up more of the pink. All right, live and learn. I'm thinking I want to try this. I'm going to do a little cleanup on this one. Doesn't matter really what color I use. I'll use the white because, oh my God, that's 10 times too much paint on that little thing. I just did this so I could use up some of that paint that maybe I need a new fresher one that will crinkle more. And this I'm just doing a little cleanup so I can stamp it in the book and see if I like it. Oh, this one I don't want to use because it's the red, right? That would be bad. You want to add a brand new tissue? No, I've got some more here. Okay, we'll use a brand new one. Maybe using new tissue makes better crinkles. I don't know. Here's that blue one that I just did with the pink. I'll try and fix it. And I guess I should be rubbing something on this one. Okay, now that's getting kind of interesting. I could work on top of that. It's got a lot more blue and pink showing through than I think is showing on the screen. Every cleanup print is just interesting to me. Sometimes you get colors and mixtures that you never expected in a million years, you know? All right, that's probably cleaned up enough to use. All right, I do want to try this in the book before we get too far. And I'll do it on a page that I'm not particularly fond of. So if we ruin something, we don't care. We'll just cover it later. All right, here's the book again. This is a big book. So let's pick a page that we're not particularly crazy about. I just shove everything in here. Figuring out at some point I'll just use it. This page I don't want to mess with yet because I love this. Have you guys fallen asleep, or is chat broken? Or have I bored you absolutely beyond the pale? All right, this one, because this one's got texture with the paper towel. Okay, Vicky just talked, so we're, okay, still with the tour. Okay, we're going to try, I want to use this little one like a stamp. Because normally, you know, like you use your, that's just paint that I'm getting rid of. You use it like a printing press, right? You don't use it like a stamp. But I thought I'd love to be able to use this like a stamp. You know, get a design or something on it and then use it like a stamp. So on this page, probably we're going to be stuck using blue, purple, green, something like that. I wouldn't mind adding yellow or pink. Yeah, my hands are going to be messy when I'm done with this. Woot. Do I have any primary elements? No, I don't. What would you have me do with primary elements? Aren't they like magicals? Get to work, Gail. You're thinking about pastrami. Me too. And a chicken Sammy. All right. All right, let's try this. All right, and I don't want to work on top of the book because you can see how messy I am. So we're going to have to move it back and forth, back and forth. Ooh, should have shook that first. Good grief. They don't have a binder in them. Okay. Oh, so they're just the pigment. No binder at all, just pigment. Pigment only. No, I don't have any primary elements. And if I'm getting pan pastels, I don't need that. Got it? Got it. My bad. Did they carry primary elements at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and all that? I don't remember ever seeing them, but that doesn't mean anything because used to be when I went to Hobby Lobby, all I did was check out the drawing department. I wasn't doing all this other crazy mixed media caca that you guys got me doing now. Yeah, that's not going to leave much there, so we're going to leave that. All right, so this one's real light, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Because like on this, you could just stamp it through. I'm going to do it right down here in the corner. I got to move all this up so you guys can see. I'm going to do it down here. I don't even know if this is going to work, you guys. Powdered pigments. Color Art sells them. Okay. That's not going to work. I mean, you can kind of see. And maybe if I had more paint, it would behave differently. Let me get the other purple. You can kind of see it on there. And it's maybe not going to work. I don't know. I just thought it would be fun. But the truth is, if I wanted to do this, why not just go direct to the paper with the stencil or whatever, right? I used about 10 times more paint than I needed. All right, we're going to leave that one more paintier. Well, one nice thing is you can get a pattern like that that isn't too perfect, which in my world, I'd rather have it kind of not perfect, really. Okay. This page is probably going to end up gessoed over here. Well, it looks like they're using primary elements in pours, in acrylic pours. That's something that intrigues me a great deal, but I will never, ever, ever, ever in a million years actually do. All right, now I'm going to do the big plate with the crinkle on it. But do I want, no, see, that's why I want the smaller areas. So yeah, we're going to have to do it on the smaller plate. All right, we're going to do it with that darker. No, let's do it with the darker blue. I don't have that much time left. On this little tiny plate, really, you need like one drop of paint is all. I'm kind of glad I got this little plate so cheap so that I could cut on it and do crazy stuff. All right. You can see down here, I'm going to make the wrinkly. Now, I'd like to think that's going to go through because the Gelli Plate will give, kind of like a rubber stamp, an acrylic stamp would do. Oh, dumb. No, not working like I'd hoped. And it could be too because this is a paper towel glued down, so there's a lot of texture on it anyway. So yeah, you can't see the texture of the wrinklies. Have to use a smooth page for that, but that would be cool if you could control where you got those little wrinkly things. You love paint pouring? I love the end product of paint pouring. I really do. But I suppose if you're going to do that and you want the wrinkly, you could just use the tissue paper with a bunch of paint, right? Just thinking out loud here. Let me see. If I just pour it out a little, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to use one of these pieces of tissue paper that I used to make the wrinkles with. I'm probably not going to keep this, you guys. I'm really not. Just trying to figure out how I could get those wrinklies another way. Yeah, that's not going to work either. Paint pouring, now that's a mess. I agree, Painty. That's why you want to see it over here. And partly because Eileen's never told me to do it. I'm going to have so much crap to wash. Yep, not going to work. What did I do with that stencil? You did 2 of them, Eileen. Wow. No, I'm not going to do that. Like when Debbie Epps was doing it though, that I was just totally enthralled. I loved it. But yeah, I could not see myself doing that. Buffering madly here. I'm not buffering, Pamela. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody else is. All right. Well, that didn't work exactly like I thought it was going to. Bummer, dude. So I think while this page is out, I'm going to, and I've got the paint out, I'm going to just spread some white paint. I like scraping paint. I'm not going to scrape the gold. I'll scrape a little bit of white. Now I'm just killing time, you guys.
SWEAT.
Yeah. Are you ever going to get dressed today?
Yeah, I'm gonna
You don't
shower
have
here
to,
in a
but
bit.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna shower here in a bit.
Well, because I was thinking if you wanted to drive into town,
Yeah.
I would have you get me an Arby's sandwich. Chicken Sammy.
I could do that.
You could do that?
I could handle it.
Okay, cool. He's going to get dressed and go get me a Sammy. Oh my God, leave Sweet Robert alone. Janet, put the stencil on the small one, spray your color over it, then stamp the other plate. Okay. And what am I going to get for that? Let's see. I have to go back and read that. Put the stencil over on the small one, spray your color over, and then stamp on the other plate. Okay. So the small one, put the stencil on it. Shall we get a smaller? Let's do this stencil because I like this stencil really a lot. Stencil the color on it, or spray the color on it, which it probably doesn't matter what color I use. The thing is, I'm afraid of the stencil moving while you're doing this. You have to hold it really good. All right, it's got some paint on it, but it's pretty dry. And then stamp it on the other plate. Oh my gosh. That's kind of dry, so I should use a wet paint. Yeah, it's not going to come off. All right, I'll use some wet paint this time. We'll use the aqua. Aqua. Probably what I should have done to keep paint from going underneath the stencil, I probably should have spread the paint somewhere else and then moved it onto the plate. But oh well, live and learn. Now stamp this on here. And I'm assuming the next step is pick up. You kind of got to move pretty quick there because, okay, yeah, you get a very distressed stencil look, that's for sure. Now I'll do this, which should be actually just that. Malia just came in. Hello, Malia. Skip the second plate for a stronger image. Yeah. Okay. Actually, that came out pretty cool. I got both the colors that I had put on, the one that had dried and the one that I added second, right? There's a lot of, all right, we're going to try it again with just the paint that's left. Someone sneak in and get the jelly plate? I would sneak in for you. I'd say, get up. Oh, now I like that. That's kind of a fun way to do it. CB. I really like this stencil that I cut. I really like it. That one, this sheet actually with the cleanup that I did underneath it, and now that stamping on top could almost be used for something. I could conceivably tear it up and use it in collage. All right, what other color would we want on there? See, I like the organic colors on that one. You want to add some gold to it? Let's add some gold to it. Plus, another thing, you could get it really distressed by just not filling in all the squares and stuff. But the nice thing about this, too, is if you wanted to do different color combinations, that would work out good. All right, it's about getting close to 3. Oops. So, Shauna, go get your bad self. Oh, no, you're going to give us an hour in between, right? Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty interesting. Gold is always good. I agree, Shauna. I think it does work a little better if you brayer the paint onto this rather than pour it in, so it doesn't get underneath the stencil. If you put a lot on, I'm afraid it would get underneath the stencil. Plus, this way, say I wanted to make it a little bit more distressed, I could pick up some of it before I stamped it. So that's kind of cool. Different color combos, blue and brown and blue and brown. What's wrong with blue and brown? They look beautiful. Looks beautiful. You having a problem with this, Arlene? You want me to add some colors on top of it? Look at how pretty that is. Actually, I wouldn't use this as one piece, but to tear up and using collage, I actually will keep this one. This one would also be very cool. Cut up into circles. Okay, we're going to take some of the black, I think, and splatter it or something. We're going to get some black on there some way. I could actually scrape a little bit of black here and there. Black makes everything better, right, Eileen? She'll tell you. I like splatters rather than scrapes, but we're going to go with this. All right, where is, I don't know where my big, I don't want to get out any more junk, so I'm just going to use the punch that I have here. Let me dry this real quick. Put this over in the pile of junk to wash. I'll just cut one out of the edge or in one of the particularly interesting places. Oh, I didn't dry it enough. But anyway, you guys will get the hang of, or the feel of what you'll be able to smell what I'm stepping in, you know what I mean? All right, and I'm just pulling this up for the colorful background. Okay, if you did those in circles and collaged them like that, you'd have some sweet looking collage material. But I would cut the circles bigger than that, but I don't want to go get my circle cutter out. But you guys get the idea that if you have something like this, what I would do with this at the end of the day is cut circles out of it and use it for collage. A lot of this stuff, I mean, if I had my circle color out, maybe I should just go get it and cut a bunch of circles. Having a bunch of this kind of circles on hand to use in collage or to add to a journal page or something like that is the best. Like, you couldn't buy stuff that cool. Hi, Safia. So, yeah. But yeah, I would cut this up into larger circles. I will keep that one, though. I want to get one with a little bit of black on it.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. An idiot is attempting to reach you.
Let's see what idiot's calling me so we can jack with him, maybe.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your.
Hello? I'll be glad when October's over. I was hoping they were going to do a timeshare something. That was health insurance. And it's open enrollment right now, so every health insurance company in the freaking world has to call you constantly. I should have known better. But I was hoping they were doing like a timeshare or something. Those are the people I really love. So I can pour out all my woes. All right, here's another. This is not cutting well, so I'm going to put it away. But I actually got another circle punch. What the heck did I do with that other circle punch? Where is... All right, there we go. When you get just a tinge of black on it, works out really good. Or black the edges. So yeah, you guys get the idea. You've seen it. You've done it all. So I'll probably sit here and cut some circles before I clean this mess up. But I'm about ready to call it a day. So I don't know if anything, but I just made a mess, and that makes Eileen happy, which in turn makes me happy, because if she's happy, she's not bitching at me. So I'm cool with that. I don't know how much of this stuff I'll keep or use. Let me look here what we got going on. I do like this page with the gold on it. I will definitely be using that one. Save that one to put into a small journal. And a lot of this stuff actually got away from me. I don't know where it is. It's in different piles all over the place. That I will definitely be using in some collage somewhere. This isn't the end product. Oh, this one I liked. I like this one a lot. But I love this one. And that one. And then there's a bunch in a pile over yonder that I've just buried stuff on top of. Oh my God, Eileen, I wish you could see this flipping mess. I know you're chuckling a lot. All right, here's the yeah, I can't tell. This is the paper, the paper that I put the bleeding tissue on, but you can't tell because this had magicals on it already. So you can't tell where the bleeding tissue starts and the magicals end. But it's pretty. I'll save it for something down the road. So that be's that. So you're welcome, Kat. Yeah, try the tissue paper idea, Terry. You end up with some pretty cool looking stuff. Wrinklage. And I think it's, if you tear it up and collage with it, you could end up with some really cool stuff. Oh yeah, Sephia, you arrived just in time for the end. I'm sorry. So yeah, I wish it had worked differently in the book. But yeah, it was just a test. You did? You posted on Twitter? Okay, I'll go take a look. All right, so you guys have a fun day. Shauna, if you don't follow Shauna, she's in chat. She'll be on in 1 hour's time. So head over and watch Shauna. And I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye now.